everyone, welcome to another coffee talk with Lolita. I'm so happy and excited to have you join me today. So, today we're going to take a look at where you are right now and where you want to be. So, you have to ask yourself this question: where am I right now? Am I comfortable? Am I happy where I'm at financially? And if you are, then it's all well and good. Um, but if you're not happy, then you might want to keep watching. So, where you are right now, it's only you have the power to be there. And if you want to change that, you have the power to change whatever is not working in your life. So, you have to ask yourself, am I building my dream? If you're not building your dream, then you're working on building someone else's dream. And you have to want to be able to pursue your dream. You have a purpose. Every one of us have a purpose in life, and we have to pursue that purpose. Now, everybody wants to be wealthy, right? Everybody wants to be secure and have financial security. Now, anyone can be wealthy, anyone can have financial security. You don't have to born rich. You don't have to born with a gold spoon before you can become a millionaire, or you can be wealthy, or you can be comfortable. You just have to want it, and you just have to start taking steps towards getting financial freedom. Now, the first thing you have to ask yourself is, what are my thoughts about money? How do I feel about money? A lot of us, we grow up hearing money is the root of all evil. Or rich people are bad people, or it's not good to be rich, And those are just beliefs that we grow up with. That's not true. So you have to start letting go of that. The other thing is, how do you feel when you see someone else being successful? Do you feel envy when you look at their success? And that will tell you something about yourself, something that you need to change. So now let's take a look at how you can build wealth. The first thing you can do is you can do the 50, 30, 20 rule. And that's just a rule where you can do 50% of your earnings you utilize, 30% you invest or save, and then 20% is for fun. Now, when I tell people this, I have been told, how can I even do that? I could barely afford to get by on my full paycheck. Well, if you put aside 10% of your paycheck, so this is another way you can get to that 50, 30, 20 rules. You can put aside 10% of your paycheck every day, every paycheck, every time you get your paycheck, you take out 10% and you pay yourself first. So you can put that in a saving account. Now, the other question might be, oh, but how am I going to be able to save 10%? I have so much debt. Now, if you have debts, you should look at paying off your debts. So start with taking out 10% and pay your debts off. And if you think you cannot function with 10% less in your paycheck, then you need to make a list. Make a list of your expenses. Make a list on everything that you spend money on when you get paid. And I'm sure you're going to find things that you're spending your money on that you do not need. So start taking out those things and start working towards paying off your debts. 10% paying off your debts. After you finish paying your debts off, while you're working on paying your debts, while you're working on paying your debts, do not take out any more debts. Cancel your credit cards if you have to. Don't use it. Now, you are in debt because you are being trapped. When you're in debt, you're a slave. You're working for a credit card company and your debtors. So get rid of your debts. Do not take out any more debt. Start working on paying off 10% every month. 10% of your paycheck go towards paying off your debts. Now, the next thing you can do is, after you finish paying off that debt, you start taking 10% and putting it aside into savings. Now, this is going to help you to build a habit of savings. You're going to make it a habit of taking out 10% and put it aside. Now, with that 10%, you're going to invest your savings. Start researching, get educated on the things that you can actually put your money on. You can start getting educated and learning skills and start investing your savings and putting it into a diversified portfolio. Put your money to work for you. Make it work for you. When your money is working for you, then you don't have to be working so hard and you can retire comfortable. Now, you need to have diversified portfolio. Let's say you have a 401k for retirement at your job. Is that your only retirement income? If it is, then you're set up for failure. Because if you're going to max fund your 401k, what's going to happen when the market crash and when you lose all that money? You have to have a diversified portfolio. So be open-minded. Be open-minded and start looking at different ways to grow your money. There are different portfolio you can utilize that are tax-free that you can grow your money in. If you live in the US, you can start putting your money in accounts such as IULs that are going to grow your money tax-free, and that can supplement your retirement. Now, you can choose to continue, being the way you were, as I said, if you're comfortable doing that, or you can start looking at protecting yourself and getting out of your debts, making yourself be more financially secure. Because you're not going to have financial freedom if you're in debt or if you're struggling to make monthly payments with everything. So you have to start taking off your 10%, pay your debts off, then you take that 10% and start saving it, and then you start investing it. Before you start investing, find out about a different portfolio. If you're going to invest in a business, do your research in that business. Don't put your money in a business you have no idea about, or you just see on the internet and you're like, oh, I'm going to go run with this. Do your research. Read books. Get educated. Start working on building skill set. When you're investing, start small. Start putting your money small into different portfolios. Diversify. If you lose your money, it's okay. Failure will happen. Be prepared for it. Especially if you're putting your money in crypto or in the stock market, the market will go down. You will lose your money. So start being prepared for that. If you start putting your money aside into a different portfolio, you're going to start building a habit of investing. You're going to start attracting opportunities. Now, if you want an account that's secure, that you can invest in, that you can grow your money without worrying about losing it, there are different accounts for that also. There are index accounts that you can utilize. Now, remove your extra spending, take that money, start putting it into investment account. Get a budget. Write down everything that you owe, everything that you need to pay. Make a budget, all your income, all your expenses, and start working towards that. Because when you have a budget and you have things written down, you know exactly what it is you need to do. You know exactly what it is you're working on. So start taking your 10% and start making it work for you. Now, when you start investing, start small. Start small and build momentum. It's like everything else in life. You start small, start building momentum, start learning. If you don't learn and don't get educated, you're going to get sidetracked. You're going to end up in scams. You're going to end up losing your money. Now, the reason I can tell you to do your research and be careful what you invest in is because I end up investing my money in a business that I end up losing all my savings. And that didn't keep me back. I decided, okay, I want a business. That's the whole reason why I decided to get started. And I lost my money, but it's okay. I started finding other businesses that I can work with, other businesses I can do. So you have to do your research. You have to get educated about the business that you plan on doing. Get educated about investing. There are so many books out there. There's so many information that you can get educated on. So build a skill set, get educated, and start taking your 10% and working towards that, and you will be able to get out of your debt. Remove what unnecessary spending you have. Take it out. After you build wealth and you have money and you clear your debts, you can buy the things you want to buy because now you can afford it. Stop going and buy things that you see other people have just because you want to fit in. Stop going and buy what other people have just because you want to impress somebody. Just remember, investing your money and growing your money is only going to return back to you. You're the one who will benefit from it. So start doing that. Start putting your money aside and investing it for you and for your family. The next thing is, if you live in the West, you should have an insurance policy. Because when you die, somebody has to pay your debts. And you don't want to leave that burden on your family. So start thinking about that. Start thinking about protecting your family. Start thinking about ways of protecting your loved ones and not leaving your debts for them. Not leaving the things that you should have been dealing with for someone else to deal with. So thank you for joining, and any questions you can message me. If you need more information on growing your money in accounts that will that are protected, and if you want to grow your money in accounts that are protected, in accounts that you will never lose your money, then reach out to me and I can show you your options. But this is only for people that live in the US or Canada. So reach out to me and let's talk. I can show you options that you have for growing your money. So thank you, and let's chat again soon.